Hey, what's up, bro?
You haven't heard any weird voices, right? Any weird female voices, right?
Oh, I don't hear any voices. I don't hear anything. You know, it's very rare that thing's going to happen again, because that stuff only happened like about 2 years ago, and that voicing only happened like about maybe once or twice, so I seriously doubt anything weird's going on.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, that was 2 years ago. We were living somewhere else. Now we moved out. We moved out twice, right? So
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, the last video, maybe that was like a little glitch in the video or something. Yeah. I don't think that's gonna happen again. No, it's just not gonna come back.
Why so serious, Cody? Ha ha ha.
That's funny. I hear voices. And they're not telling me to kill anyone.
Hi guys.
Calm down, man. There's something going on.
Oh yeah. You're right. Yeah, just being silly. Anyways, guys, I'm Mark Rodriguez.
And I'm Johnny Rodriguez.
God damn it, my socks explode again. Oh, and I'm Rocky Armas, and you are watching the Video Game Masters.
Now, we've already seen the Street Fighter characters enter the world of 3D with Street Fighter 4 and all the sequels of that, and Street Fighter Cross Tekken. But it's not the first time they had a 3D game. This time we're going to go back in time and talk about the first Street Fighter 3D series that's kind of forgettable by now, the Street Fighter EX series. So we're going to talk about Street Fighter EX plus Alpha, Street Fighter EX2,
and we're also going to talk about Street Fighter EX3. So yeah, we're going retro.
Not that retro. Get that purple bar out of there.
Hey, my videos never had a purple bar. Get those things out of here.
Round 1, fight!
Street Fighter EX hit the arcades in 1996, bringing Street Fighter into the 3D arena. A super sequel called Street Fighter EX Plus was made soon afterwards with the hidden characters unlocked. And finally, SFEX Plus Alpha hit the PlayStation in 1997 with even more new characters.
Street Fighter EX Plus Alpha is the classic characters Ryu, Ken, Chun-Li, Guile, Zangief, Dhalsim, Bison, Akuma, and Sakura. The game also added brand new characters created by Arika. They are Kairi, Alan Snyder, Crackerjack, Hokuto, Blair Dane, Polumperna, Doctor in Dark, Skullomania, Garuda, and Darin Mister. The hidden characters are Evil Ryu and Bloody Hokuto, as well as Cycloid Beta and Cycloid Gamma. The Cycloids fight using other characters' moves. One of them has circular motion type moves like the Fireball motion, while the other one uses charge style moves. The game plays similar enough to regular Street Fighter, but with several differences. One of them is using the brand new Guard Break, which is an unblockable attack that leaves your opponent dizzy for a few moments, although it does use up some of your super bar.
The game has 3 parts to do the super combos, but unlike the alpha games, you can't do the level 2 or 3 moves. Instead, these games let you cancel the moves into each other. If you're fast enough, you can do a double super combo or even a triple super combo.
Round 1, fight!
The final boss of the game is Good M. Bison, fighting like his usual cheap bastard self. Kick his ass to get an ending. You don't get much of a story in this game. The endings are just CGI clips of the characters posing and such, which was impressive for the time.
Street Fighter EX Plus Alpha is a fun game and it brings back a lot of fond memories because, well, it was our very first PlayStation game back in the day and it blew us away with the graphics and the whole thing about, wow, let's listen to play CDs and all that stuff. The gameplay was solid enough, and the combos seemed easier to do here than in the regular Street Fighter games. The graphics were okay for the time because, you know, you remember how those old Tekken and Virtua Fighter and all those games looked like back then when 3D was starting out. And the larger characters like Zangief are obviously very boxy and pixelated looking. The new characters are awesome, and it's a shame that we never get to see them again in future Street Fighter games because they belong to Eureka and not Capcom. In fact, Blair, Dame, and Ann Snyder never came back in the sequels, but they were in another Eureka fighting game called Fighting Layer. This was only in the arcades and was never made for a home version. It did play a bit like the EX games, but it had a couple of new features here and there. I also noticed how Capcom got some ideas from this game. The guard break in the EX games is very similar to the focus attack in the Street Fighter 4 series. And I also noticed that Bison got a couple of moves in the EX games that he brings back in some of these newer games, even as new as Street Fighter Cross Tekken.
Here are my thoughts on SFEX Plus Alpha. I really like the game. The gameplay is pretty typical of any SF game of the time, plus the addition of Eureka characters like Blair, etc. makes the game a little extra fun, plus the addition of the super combo cancels. What I didn't like about the game are the controls. I find them to be very tight on the PS1 controller, especially when it's time to perform the super combos. Ugh, it's very annoying. I also think that the graphics could have been better. They look like Virtua Fighter 1 fighters at a time when Tekken already mastered the graphics, while not perfect all the way, but at least at a decent state. The characters also seem to float quite a bit in the air. Typical problems of those earlier Polygon fighters end the day.
Well, my thoughts about the first EX Street Fighter are quite positive. I did find it to be a pretty good game, even though that game as a first 3D Street Fighter game and as a PlayStation game, it has some minor problems or negative things, but it's a great game and I really enjoyed playing it.
And now Street Fighter EX2. We don't have a copy though, but lucky for us, Rocky Armas does.
So let's check it out.
Street Fighter EX2 hit the arcades in 1998, adding new gameplay features and new characters. The super sequel, Street Fighter EX2 Plus, was made for the PlayStation in 1999.
This game brings in Blanca, Vega and Saga, and also the new characters Volcano, Hayate, Nanase, Aria, Sharon, and Shadow Geist. Sadly, Blair and Alan did not return.
The game's two main features are the XL and the Meteor combo. The XL is basically what the custom combo is in the Alpha series, letting you do as much damage until the bar runs out. The Meteor combo is a powerful level 3 super combo that causes heavy damage.
Round one.
And the final boss is M. Bison one more time. Kick his ass to see the ending. Wait a minute, that's it? Come on guys, no epilogue, no cinema, nothing. I mean, what happened to Chun-Li here? Nothing? This can't be the ending? What the fuck, guys? And then, like, you just fight against Cycloid Gamma or Beta? I mean, he's not even fighting back or anything. What the fuck is this crap? This is not an ending! Jeez! I know Street Fighter EX Plus Alpha didn't really have the most dramatic endings, but we got these cool CGI endings. I mean, come on! We got these new characters here. We know nothing about them. I mean, why the fuck does Kairi has white hair and glowing fists in this game? I demand a cinema of Kairi, or Sharon, or Shadow Geist. I mean, what the fuck, guys?
Well, I did enjoy it. EX2 very much in my youth. I did have many great fights in my childhood with this game, so it's one of my childhood favorites. And it's also great sequel. And it's a great Street Fighter game. Let's say that.
And the series will continue on the PS2 with Street Fighter EX3.
Yeah, I was looking up to find a copy of this game and I was hanging out with Paige.
Man, you look silly in that picture.
Yeah, let's talk about the game. Street Fighter EX3 hit the PlayStation 2 in the year 2000 and was one of the earlier games for the system. Unlike the other games, there was no arcade version. The main thing here is the new tag team feature. However, the game has no new characters compared to EX2. Not only are Akuma and Hayate gone, but Blair and Alan are still missing. The only new character, if you can call him that, is a guy named Ace that has moves you can customize with the character edit mode.
The game's new features revolve around the tag system. The critical parade can only be done when both partners have at least 2 bars of the super combo bar built up. Both partners jump in and beat the crap out of the opponent with their super combos.
There's also a special tag move that can only be done with certain characters that have some kind of relation to each other, like Sakura and Ryu, or Hokuto and Nagase, for example. The game's basic mode, called Original Mode, has a unique way to play the game. You start off alone, fighting 3 guys at once. The last guy you defeat can join your team if you choose to. Other fights that you duke it out like a tag team, or have 2 of your guys fight against 1 guy at once, or have all 4 characters duke it out all at the same time. As you play the game, you can build up your team of 4, so you can be ready to take down N. Bison for the final battle. And as for N. Bison, well, he kinda seems like a pushover in this game compared to how he fought in EX plus Alpha.
もっと本気を出したらどう?
Wow, the ending is at least a little better. At least it had a little epilogue for Sharon there. But who wouldn't want to see a CGI ending with the improved PS2 graphics? I want a CGI ending of Sharon, damn it! And then this part where you beat up these noisy women and Hugo wannabes, I mean, it's just fucking annoying. Well, anyways, here's my thoughts on Street Fighter EX3. I was always curious about this game because it was one of the first couple of games I picked up when we first got the PlayStation 2, but it didn't work. So thanks to Paige, I was able to pick up another copy. This is such a weird game. The original mode, which is the arcade mode for this game, is just so weird and strange the way all the matchups are just randomly set up like that. And the new music is just boring or lame. And the backgrounds are also kind of lacking. I don't know, they're just kind of boring compared to the other ones. Luckily, when you have versus matchups, each character has their own individual theme, and most of them are from Street Fighter EX plus Alpha. And I love that music, so that kind of improves it. You do have extra modes to duke it out, either 2 against 1, or have all 4 characters fight at once, similar to Street Fighter Cross Tekken, so it is pretty awesome. And we never got to play Street Fighter EX2, so I do like all these new characters like Sharon and Nagase. The game is way more fun when you're having crazy versus matches with a friend than just playing the weird original mode. I didn't really care much for the character edit mode since it's very limited and Ace just looks lame. And yeah, they really should have had some new characters in the game, or at least bring back Alan Snyder and Blair Dame, or come on guys, Akuma.
The graphics look a lot better and the action is twice as fast compared to the first game. The critical parade is a must-have and is similar to the tag super combo featured on the recently released Street Fighter Cross Tekken. The only negative this game still have are the controls, though not as bad as EX plus Alpha. Most of the characters' voice acting and sound effects like Vega's claws sound terrible. Characters like Area in particular look pretty lame compared to the other fighters, and oh yeah, no new characters either. In total, I like these games quite a bit and wished Capcom and Eureka kinda continued with the series, but oh well. It's a shame that this fighter never made it to the top.
Well, I don't have the EX3, so I think this wraps it up for this episode. I am Rocky Armas.
And I'm Mark Rodriguez.
Johnny Rodriguez.
Thanks for watching.
See you next time.
Oh, come on. Where's that stupid purple bar coming from anyways? It is the new camera, for God's sake.
Come on.
That darn Mark beating me at Tekken. It was all lag, I tell you. I just know he was cheating somehow. Whoa, what is that?
Long live the purple bar.
swear a purple thing floating overhead. This better not be some kind of, like, Lost parody, because I'm not into that. No.